Welcome back. As I mentioned, I couldn't record both videos in one video because of the allowance of the space. So for our second question, we are going to determine the number of years required to break even. So first of all, we need to get the formulas. And for worst case, we have C6 plus C6. That is the revenue. And then we multiply by the growth times the number of years, and we get this. So we can put this to 0, 0, and 0. So for that formula, we get 100 million for 0 years. We do again for the expected expenses. That is the expenses with some expenses, and then we multiply by C9. C9 is the expense growth, that is 0.1. And then we multiply by the number of years, we get expected expenses. We go for expected revenue, that's F6, F6. And then we multiply by revenue growth times the number of years, we get that. We go to expected revenue for best case scenario. Similar calculation, I6 plus I6. I6 is the revenue, and then we multiply by the revenue growth times the number of years, we get that. Expected expenses, we get C7 plus C7, that is the expenses. And then we multiply by the expense growth times the number of years, we get that. We do it again for expected case and best case scenario. And then our total profit for each case, we have to subtract the expected expenses from the expected revenue, and we get a difference of 50 million, which is cutting across. So what we are going to do here, we are going to use the what if analysis to get the number of years required to break even. So we're going to go to goal set. So for first total profit is the set cell, and then we have 0 years, then the cell is for the years. So we are going to take 10 years to break even for the worst case. For our expected case, we are going to have the profit, that is the total profit. Then our value is 0, and then the cell that we're changing is the number of years. We have found that we are going to take 5 years. For total profit, in the best case, is going to be going to take 3 years, 3 months, and some days to break even. So we have realized that for worst case, it's going to take 10 years. Expected case, it's going to take 5 years. And for best case, we have 3 years. And that is the presentation. Thank you for listening to me.